am I supposed to expect you to accept that I'm a woman when you don't know what a woman is?
Well, somebody got told. I can tell you what it is. The left expects that science will explain everything. I mean, just look at everything, you know? Trust the science, trust the science. The science lied and people died. That's what I say about COVID. The science being Dr. Fauci, okay? I couldn't stand that man. I still can't stand him. I wish he were arrested. What else is there? Yeah, there was that. They they claim that men are depressed and lonely. Single men are depressed and lonely. I'm not depressed. I'm not lonely. I can go outside right now and play in the snow and not have a care in the world and come back freezing my ass off. But when in fact all the research, while the right wing researchers are showing that women are depressed, single women in their 30s and 40s are depressed because they don't have a man. They never got married. They never had that fulfilling life of having children and a husband. And you know what's funny? I've seen emails online of men who had been divorced by their wives. All right, and their wives have sent them emails or messages saying that they regret getting a divorce. Yeah, it's all of that. So, you know, women regret getting divorces. I know another woman who sent a friend of mine a message saying she regrets cheating on him. Huh. He's now married with 3 kids, living in Tennessee because, once, she left him, he went into the army and had a fulfilling career. Um, there are so many stories like that, you know. They also claim that um, science is the end all be all, and they're waiting for scientists to explain it to them. Shoot, my 10-year-old nephew knows what a woman is. 10? No, he should be 11. He's 11. I forgot. Who, you know. Even my 11-year-old nephew knows what a woman is. That's because my sister doesn't play that woke crap, even though she voted against Donald Trump in 2020. No, she got sick of the woke. She voted for Donald Trump for the first time. That's what happens. When you believe the propaganda, you know, oh, trust the science, trust the science. The science lied and people died. Remember that. Anytime they say trust the science, just tell them, hey, the science lied and people died. And that's because people do lie, you know? I've seen so many, like, there was a woman recently who made a lot of research papers and they declared her research to be false because it was. And it made Harvard look bad. Because that's what the left does. They just lie. They lie about everything. You can't believe a word they say. They say they want a man to be truthful, but yet there they are, not being truthful. Now, don't get me wrong. The Peretti shooting, that looks a little fishy. But the Renee Good shooting, That was a clean shoot 100%. I'm pointing that out too. But the left doesn't care. But it is nice to see that white lives matter again. Although this is for the wrong reasons. These people are idiots. Democrats are sacrificing their pawns for the cause because they want power again. These people don't realize they are pawns in a larger scheme. They are all pawns. You see all these people protesting and causing violence towards ICE? Okay, they're all pawns. And they don't realize it. They seem to think, oh, we're better than you. We got the moral high ground. You lost the moral high ground when you started killing babies. I'm just being real. You know? You lost that moral high ground a long time ago. You lost it, and you no longer have that moral, and even so, you no longer have any moral high ground because, you're sitting there calling people the N-word because you disagree with them. These people remind me so much of the bad guys from World War II because they act like them. As I pointed out in my vindication video, the mustache painter was elected through fraud. Okay? And that's what the Democrats are doing now. So who's the real bad guys from World War II? The right wingers? No. It is the left. The left will lie, cheat, steal to get power. And somebody needs to put a stop to it. Otherwise, we ain't going to have a country anymore. If the Democrats win this year, we're screwed. All right? They're just going to... All they're going to do is file impeachments against Donald Trump until they go through. They have no reason to impeach Donald Trump. Oh, he kidnapped a dictator from Venezuela. No, he kidnapped a dictator that had information against you. That's what you're mad about. And you notice something here? You notice a pattern? When Obama went after Osama bin Laden, all right? They decided to just off him, That's because he had information against the United States government. Because the United States government funded him for many years. That's something you guys don't remember. The United States government in the late 70s and early 80s funded Osama bin Laden. Gave him Stinger missiles, gave him weapons. They were using Stinger missiles against the United States military during the Afghan war. Okay. Who else? Oh, yeah. These people even sold cocaine on the streets all over the United States. The United States government did that using the CIA throughout the 80s and 90s. We all know that's true. But this video has gone on long enough, so I'm going to kick back and continue to celebrate my vindication. You guys have a nice night.